Crystal Media Podcast Network.
This is Table for Two.
Welcome to Table for Two, our conversation with the leaders of successful and interesting companies in the country. And today we are blessed to be in the most beautiful, relaxing setting. This is Peak Club. The pools are behind us, the gyms are to the right of us, and we're having a conversation today with the general manager of Peak Performance, which runs Peak Club, Mr. Azmi Ghazali, who we hope will share some of his stories behind the incredible transformation of this lifestyle recreational center. Azmi, Peak Club, and I will quote, is set to be the leader in the sports and recreation industry, promoting a healthy lifestyle in line with your tagline,
welcome to your home, away from home.
Home away from home. We feel very comfortable. Azmi, this is such a great story, and I think the incredible transformation Peak's undergone has been testament to your leadership and your vision. What would you say has been the number one strategy coming into Peak to turn it into what it is today?
I think brand strategy. So that's how we transformed everything, based on truly the concept of brand, which is basically what we've done is we've changed the reputation of the club, just like a gym and pools and facilities. Now it's like a one-stop place, a home away from home. Yeah.
So how would you describe the brand of Peak Club right now?
It's a family club. So everything, we felt that there was a need for a family club because there wasn't a place where parents can work out with their kids around, their kids would be at home. So there wasn't a place. And then even after you work out, there wasn't a place for people to hang out right after you work out. Normal gyms would have would probably just be gyms. Normal places with classes, workout classes, after a class, there'd be another class. So you'd hang out outside. Whereas here we've managed to build a place where you can work out, then relax, have your food while your kids are playing and all that.
Azmi, you've mentioned in your LinkedIn that in the space of less than a year, you managed to quadruple your membership base. That is some stunning results right there. So you've been in the job now for 3 years. When you first came in, what was the very first thing you saw?
I was always a member of what was called RBRC before.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was a member, but I only came here for the pool. I only came here during the weekends to bring my kids to the pool because like other places, this was a place where you could just swim with the kids. That's it. I didn't even look into the gym because I knew that it was just a gym. Other than that, I don't play badminton. So I just came here for the pool. So paying a certain amount of money for just the pool was a bit of a challenge for everyone. So I knew that was a pain point. And for you to just come here and pay for just the pool, whereas you can go elsewhere, you can go to the stadium pool, which is about $2, $2, $3. There's a big difference. So that was one pain point. And then I felt that this place had a lot of nostalgia for a lot of kids. Lots of kids, people my age right now and people older grew up here, learning to swim, learning to play tennis, learning to play badminton, everything. So I felt that there was a potential here. And even before my coming in for the interview for my job here, I knew that this place had potential. Yeah.
Your history and your career background don't necessarily point towards you being the GM of a fitness and lifestyle center. Share with us a little bit about how your past career history has actually served you to do this job in a terrific manner.
It's not really my past career history, more of my personal life. I think all my life, I've loved sports. So from my teen years, I've loved sports, loved football, loved working out. I started working out maybe towards the later years of my teens. And once I started working out regularly, I've always been part of I've always had a membership of a certain club.
Yes.
Or a fitness club, fitness center, ever since in the UK also. So I've always had that passion, on my personal life. And in terms of that is what I guess helped me come up with what I wanted. And other than that, I've always had a passion for marketing. I've always had a passion for technology. So everything's, combined for this role. Yeah.
That's a really interesting answer. The fact that you actually find your personal experiences and your personal preferences have lent more than anything to your success here. Had you not loved sport and fitness so much, you would have less of an intuitive feel about how to run a place.
Exactly.
So your passion and enjoyment of sports has really been instrumental.
Exactly.
Do you work out every day?
Maybe I have a rest day once a week.
So what kind of exercise do you do?
Functional fitness. So what we do here, I'm going to join the classes here, do some running, or just start some running.
Now that functional fitness is quite a new thing under your leadership. Did you put that in because you felt that there was a gap?
So because over the years, I've tried out a lot of different types of fitness stuff, fitness classes and all that. And I felt that most of the things that you try out, especially in Brunei, that's introduced in Brunei, is mostly like the fad, following the hype and all that. But there's only usually I felt that there's only one thing that's really stuck and that really works, which is functional fitness, which sometimes you can call it as CrossFit. Yeah. So, and they're short. The workouts aren't that long. Sometimes there can be some long workouts, but it's always changing. There's never been a single day where the workout is exactly the same. So that makes it more exciting. You're not bored about it. Yeah. It's not one of those fads where, sometimes there's a workout where it looks fun and you dance to it and all that. And then after that, you don't really lose weight or you don't really achieve your fitness goals. But when I saw functional fitness, this is what I decided, we need that here. Yeah.
How would you describe your membership base? Because you make it sound as though it's quite a serious place for serious gym goers, but I don't actually get that vibe. So how would you describe?
Exactly. It's not supposed to be, that's my part. That's what I do here, join these classes. But the main goal of Peak is actually to become a family club, is as a family club. So it's more of a one-stop place for families. Yeah. But there are groups, we've built a community that's crazy about fitness. Yeah. So we, push each other on. So this is actually the essence of Peak through community. That's what we've built it. So we've noticed that there are some people who just come to be fit, to try to be fit, try to be healthy. But there's also that certain group of people who's like crazy about fitness. So that's what we try to harness.
So whether you're crazy about fitness or want to bring the kids for a swim, there's really something for everyone. And I hate to use such an overused line, but it does actually feel that way.
And that's what we try to do. That's what our tagline is: welcome to your home away from home. Because, this is the place to be, other than your home.
Tell me about your normal working day. Getting to walk around in the sunshine and jumping in there for a lunchtime workout, what is your normal day like here?
There's always something here. I get into work, check everything out. I do my walk-arounds. I have meetings. During lunch, that's when I have my workouts. I feel that's more efficient for me because usually on a normal day before, I'd work out after work. But, you'd get home quite late and you don't get to spend time with your family enough. So I do my lunchtime workouts. After that, I have my lunch and then work. Yeah, so that's it. And then come home early.
So you manage to maintain a great balance, work and life, which is also a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it sounds as though you have a very competent team under you. You don't sound as though you're everyday balls to the wall, running around. Tell us a little bit about the team at Peak.
Good. It's a young team, mostly non-fitness related before, unfortunately. So even though they worked in a club, they're not fitness related. So I needed to make sure that everyone has a sense that side. We had to a little bit introduce people, the team, to fitness and wellness and all that. So we needed to make sure that they learned that part. They needed to learn that part.
Do they have to love fitness to work here?
No. Obviously they have their own jobs, but it's really important for everyone that works here to understand why members come here in the first place. So if you don't understand, or if you don't even know your product, it's very hard for you to love your job. Yeah. So that was one part of it. And I feel that we've had to mentor a lot, because it's a totally different thing now. So a big change, but it's a small team, so it's quite easy to manage.
How many are in your team, Azmi?
When I came here, it was about 15. Now it's 30.
30.
So double.
So what is your leadership style?
I feel like I'm quite friendly with them, but when it has to be serious, you have to be serious. So they know what they're asked to do. They know what they have to do. So I have that balance, I feel.
And this feels like a happy place.
Hopefully.
I mean, outside of the activities and that freedom to go and work out during lunch break, how else do you keep your team motivated and feeling active?
So the thing is, I mean, like, we're supposed to be a place for you to relax. So we're not really too strict on punctuality. We're not too strict on working hours. Because sometimes the team have to come here during weekends for events and all that. So we don't make sure that, okay, you have to be here 8 o'clock. As long as you're here within a certain amount of time, within a certain time every day, and you're not consistently late every day, then we won't have a problem. If you're coming in a bit late and then you come home late, that's fine for us. So we're not really too crazy about that. And I keep on telling my team, we're at like peak. You don't have to stay at your desk. If you feel like you want to do your work outside, bring your laptop outside.
And do they?
Yeah. They go, okay, we're going to be at Surf Shack. We're going to be at Yanor, or you can just be in the lounge, relaxing. And there's a TV there. I think maybe similar to KRISTAlfm and all that, it's a little bit more fun. So in the offices, there's a TV. There'll be like sometimes Netflix on. So they'll be working with Netflix there. Sometimes these things will just help you relax and, help you.
So you encourage this flexibility. You don't police them in any way.
Exactly. No. Unless you have like a disciplinary problem where you constantly do something which, we don't like. As long as you're finishing your work, that's fine.
Now, I know you've got a new team. A lot of them are brought in purposefully to match your vision and your brand. How did they feel about this flexible way of working? Were they a little bit intimidated by it? Did they enjoy it? Did anybody take advantage of it in a bad way?
I don't know. I think they're enjoying it. No one's ever complained about it. They seem to be okay with it. So far so good.
I feel that although you've managed to have a very impressive quadruple in your membership base in less than a year, that the journey hasn't stopped. No. There's still a lot happening. So tell us what is yet to come here at Peak. Because I know you've got a big gym happening just behind us. There's a lot more coming. Tell us about that.
We can't say too much, but...
Oh, is it a secret?
Because at the end of the day, we're a business. We can't share what we have in our plans, but we have a 5-year plan. We already know what we're going to be doing. And the thing is, there's no other place or a club in Brunei that's like Peak at the moment. That was the whole point of this whole brand strategy. If you've read or heard of the book called Blue Ocean Strategy, so it's about creating your own market. It's all about differentiation. So we wanted to create our own market in terms of this family club, where in this market you are your own and you don't have any other competitors. You may want to say that we compete with other gyms, but we don't. At the end of the day, the other gyms are going to be more specialized in what they do. We try to be everything, which is the home away from home and the family club. So since we're in this area where we don't have any competitors, we have to keep on disrupting ourselves. Usually you try to disrupt the market. We disrupt ourselves. What do we need to make sure that we are still on the top? We are alone and nobody can come into this market at all. So that's what we keep on constantly coming up with. Okay. And our business, even though our business plan is 5 years, every year it keeps changing because we always we need to stay ahead of the curve. So anything that we see outside that's like, oh, this is something that could be big, then we put it in. So we change our business plan every year.
So currently, it's quite affordable for a family of 5 to enjoy membership.
Yeah.
We've been members for a long time right now, and it's great value. With all of these new additions, which you are not going to reveal today, but let it be known that it's all about being innovative and being disruptive, does that mean you are going to start to increase prices?
We have to. We have to. Because at the end of the day, before we rebranded as Peak Club, we had the same rate. And ever since we've expanded, we've done all these renovations, it's always been the same rate. So in order for us to make sure that we give the best amount of service and to be able to increase our facilities and all that, we have to increase it. It won't be too much, but it will still be very, very affordable and value for money. Yeah.
So what's the angle here? Is it to go more into a premium feel club or increase your membership? Because I know that there's quite a lot of traffic here at certain times of the week.
We're not a premium club. I mean, like, you have places like the Empire, which we will never, ever want to try to achieve. We're in the middle, yeah. So, affordable, comfortable, and I guess a safe place for kids, yeah.
And you'll still keep on taking memberships?
We will until a certain point. So we have that certain point. Then once we reach that point, then we won't be taking in memberships. So like more of an exclusive club. What they do overseas, yeah.
So that point indicates the maximum number of bodies at any given time?
Yes.
And beyond that, what happens if you exceed that?
So like what they do overseas is that in order for you to join a club that's full like that, one person has to either cancel their membership or sell their memberships to be part of an exclusive club.
So really there is going to be a cap.
Yep.
Services will be improved, membership will increase,
Yep.
but they will still maintain the sense of community and home from home.
Yep.
I want to go back to the community conversation. You've really had some successful collaborations. Tell us who those collaborators are and why do they work for you?
We've chosen big brands. So any big brand that comes to us, we accept. Because at the end of the day, when you try to build a brand, especially when you're a new brand, you need to make sure that people know that you are legit. So if they know, okay, this brand is working with this big brand, that means, okay, there's something. Yeah. So we've worked with all these big brands and we've collaborated with them. And I mean, I don't need to mention any of them, but
why not?
That's how. I mean, because there haven't been many.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've picked and chosen ours. Yeah.
So that's been very carefully curated.
Yep.
But beyond these big brands, Azmi, even at the weekends, you host these little fun festivals and you're bringing in micro businesses as well. Why is that important to Peak as a club?
You see, that's part of our strategy and part of our KPI. We made it part of our KPIs because at the end of the day, if you're just going to be a club, you're just going to be a facility place. And if your members don't have the desire to come here, then they won't come. So we make sure that we have something that's going on, whether it be pop-ups or tournaments, every 2 weeks. So that's our KPI. So we have to make sure so that, there's something that they look forward to, especially the kids and all that they want to come back here. Otherwise, I mean, it's just going to be swimming and working out, So there's always that. We want them to have that urge to come here. Yeah. So that's why it's going to be something different.
Now, I know that one of your strengths has been historically branding and marketing. What has been so effective about the marketing at Peak? Has it been a marketing success or has it been a little bit more organic than that?
We haven't even spent a single cent on marketing. Not a single cent. Everything's been word of mouth and through curated influencers that we haven't paid for any single cent. I mean, any marketing we haven't paid, even though we've quadrupled our memberships. Yeah, because we've made sure. I mean, at the end of the day, we have a tight budget we have to follow, and I think we made use of influencers in the start when we just opened, and we didn't do it the normal way where you pay influencers and then they have to talk about your club and all that. We did it a different way where we didn't pay them. We gave them free memberships and we told them, in order for you to have this membership, all you need to do is just let everyone know whenever you come here, take a photo, take a video, do whatever you want and just tag us. That's it. No advertising, none of that. We didn't want that. Because at the end of the day, nowadays, people know when they're advertised to. People know when people are selling. So people know when influencers aren't genuine.
Yes.
They know, it's like, okay, she's being paid to do this. He's being paid to do this. That's why he's saying, oh, this is good review. We didn't want any of that. So we didn't only hire influencers, but we made sure that people who are well-known-ish and people within our target market came here and shared that they are here. Yeah.
So what kind of personalities do you feel best represent your brand?
So our target market is actually 30 to 45-year-olds.
Ouch.
30 to 45,
Yes.
yeah. That the main. So there's always a primary target and then secondary and all that. So the main is that. So these are the people within a certain salary bracket with families. So those are the people that we try to target if we were to advertise to. Yeah. But other than that, there's secondary. We have a wide range in terms of our memberships. We have student memberships ranging from kids from at least 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds paying for their own memberships until over 60s. Yeah. So, we're very happy about that, but our main target market are the 30 to 45-year-olds. Yeah.
You make everything sound very simple. It feels as though everything just had its own momentum. When you look back on your past 3 years, has it been as simple as it feels? Because you're very relaxed right now. What was
at the end of the day,
challenge, do you think?
I feel like if you do your homework, if you have enough experience with these types of things, you minimize risks. So, from day one, I knew it had to be like this. Even before I came in for my interview, as I mentioned, I knew it had to be a family club. So I already had this vision that it had to be like this from day one, from before day one. So in order for us to get to that vision, there are those steps. So we already came up with those steps from our first strategy session. So it's been okay. Yeah, it's been working so far.
So the vision was clear, but this is your first GM full leadership role.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point in time when you experienced imposter syndrome? You felt not qualified?
No, because I'm doing what I love. Because I love this. I love fitness. I love all this. So it was never imposter syndrome.
When it comes to leadership and strategizing, do you have anybody out there or anybody on the internet that you seek wisdom from? No. Any books, any content?
Books. I think that's one thing no one knows, probably not many people know about me, is I read a lot. So I read from different angles. I read a lot of business books, a lot of, marketing books, technology books. So I get all this from books. Yeah, I read. I feel even when I drive, I feel I need to read. I need to listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook.
What kind of audiobooks and podcasts do you listen to at the moment?
At the moment, I'm on Tribes by Seth Godin. It's about tribes and the human nature of people wanting to be part of a tribe and how everyone wants to be led and how to lead these tribes. So that's what I'm on right now. But a few books, the biggest books that probably have made an impact, as I mentioned just now, Blue Ocean Strategy.
Yes.
And The Brand Gap in terms of brand. That's by Martin Neumeyer. So that teaches you how brand should not be seen as how people see it. Right now, if you ask anyone what's a brand, they think it's a logo. They think it's how it makes you feel and all that. It's not. So a brand, according to the Brand Gap book, is a combination of everything, which all in all, if you wanted to understand what it really means, is a brand is something similar to reputation. So in order for you to build a reputation, you need to make sure that your logo looks like this, the service is like that, everything like that, to make sure that you build a good reputation. Yeah. So that book has probably helped me build brands such as KFM, DST, and now Peak. Yeah.
I'm desperately trying to draw out some weaknesses and vulnerabilities here from Azmi. It's just not coming. I feel as though you're very comfortable in your role. I feel as though you're very comfortable with the direction that Peak is taking right now. You're at the top of the game. What next for you, Azmi? Not Azmi as the GM, but for you personally. Where do you go from here?
I don't know. I mean, wherever it takes me. At the moment, I'm very comfortable here. It's still unfinished business here. It's years of unfinished business.
How will you know when business is finished, Azmi?
At the moment, we have a 5-year plan. We know how it's supposed to look like at the end of the 5 years, but it keeps on adding to that.
Yes.
So once it's comfortable, I feel otherwise it's still unfinished business for me. Yeah.
So for now, you're here in the health, lifestyle, fitness space. You're comfortable with it. Work is not yet finished, and this is where you'll be.
Yep.
Azmi, final words as we start to say goodbye, and I jump into the pool after this. There will be people watching who take a lot from you. You're young, you're in great shape, you're not overly stressed, you're running a very successful company. What would you say to other people in more junior roles who aspire to have success such as yours in terms of transforming a company?
Hustle. I think most of the young people at the moment complain a lot. Everyone's been spoon-fed. I'm sorry to say that, but everyone's been spoon-fed. Brunei has been very, very, very good to everyone in a sense that everyone's a little bit more comfortable. The government's been very good. You have people complaining about Brunei all the time. But at the end of the day, if you've lived overseas and you compare life in Brunei and overseas, no one would care about you overseas. You have to hustle. So here you can't complain about the government because everything's been free, everything's been given to you. And this is the time for everyone to start hustling. If you can't find, let's say you can't find a job, make a job for yourself, build a business. Think about what you're great at. Think about how you can change something. Just think about that and don't rely on anyone. And I think that's probably the best way for you to move forward. Yeah.
And I think having the swimming pool behind us is very metaphorical. Just get in there and learn how to swim. Azmi, you've been very inspirational. Thank you so much for your time and your story. We look forward to the successes still to come from Peak. This has been Table for Two, coming to you from Peak Club. Thank you, Azmi.
Thank you. You're welcome.
The Crystal Media Podcast Network.